Greetings everyone, this is amalightworker with a new video. For this special reading today, I will be doing an Akashic Records messages reading followed by tarot cards. And this special reading for today is called Postcard from Heaven. We will be discovering together what is next in life for you, covering work, finances, love, and also messages from a loved one in heaven who may choose to show up for this reading for you. Please take your time, take a deep breath in, out, and then focus on making a choice. Pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. The first one that gets your attention, that is the pile that you need to focus on for your reading. In addition to the pile that is your first choice, if there is another pile that you are very much drawn to, you may want to listen the reading for that one as well. So take your time. It's very important that you focus, breathe in and out, and choose a pile. For those of you who don't know me, my name is amalightworker. You can always book your personal reading with me through my website www.amalightworker.com or email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, pile 1. For those of you who chose pile 1, and this is the pendulum here, rose quartz. Okay, if you chose pile 1, I will be doing an Akashic Records reading first for you and see what special messages will be showing up for you. And this is a timeless reading. You can always come back to it at a later date, in a few months, and it may sound true again. Pile 1, the rose quartz pendulum. The next few months of your life, whatever is left from February, March, April, and May, are going to be changing your life. You are going to be going through a lot of inner introspection. You may have to figure out your feelings. There's a lot that is shifting in life because you are growing, you are maturing, you are outgrowing a social circle that you belong to. For some of you, you are going to be giving a serious thought to the idea that maybe you need to change your career or to change your job. For many of you, you may find yourself in a relationship if you are not in a relationship already. You're going to have to make choices, and many of these choices may be connected to love-related choices, romantic-related choices, or even important decisions connected to a marriage that some of you may have. Anything that may be transpiring now, February, March, April, May, is going to be connected to what is going to be happening in your life in September and December. Yes, I am doing this reading in 2024, but this may sound true to some of you even after 2024. You are going to have to consider what is the best approach for you to deal with something that is going on with your health. For some of you, you may have to be dealing with the possibility of doing like a minor medical intervention, minor surgery, physical therapy, or having to go through some drastic changes in order for you to improve your health. For many of you, the Akashic records are telling me that it's very important that you pay attention to how your body is staying hydrated. Are you drinking enough water, liquids? And is your body absorbing water and liquids properly? You may have to address some issues around your daily lifestyle, your daily routine, particularly those routines that you need to have in order to incorporate in your daily life so that it can attribute to having a better mental health, better emotional health, and better physical health. Throughout this time, some of you may choose to go into some form of therapy. It could be spiritual therapy for some of you, Reiki, traditional therapy with a psychologist or a licensed therapist. Many of you are going to be trained into something that maybe is going to be offered to you. Your work may be offering some sort of a training. You yourself are going to be focused on upgrading any skills or talents that you have. For many of you, you may have to deal with some technical issues or technological related issues. Could be your phone, your computer, internet related issues. This could be in your personal household, or these could be problems that you may be running into a job that you have. It's very important that throughout this time, you need to share your ideas with a boss or a supervisor or a manager. Because sometimes you are going to be having the feeling that you are not seen, you are not heard. So it's very important that you place yourself strategically. Where is it that you know you're going to be getting the attention that you need to pass across a message, particularly in the work environment? Many of you recently have dealt with some sort of a loss. For some of you, it could be in the recent months or in the recent years that you had to deal with the loss of a parent or a grandparent. Some of you had to deal with an important breakup of an important relationship or the breakup of a marriage. So experiencing some sort of a loss. Some of you had to deal with a division of certain assets, common properties, having to deal with an inheritance, land, or for those of you having to go through a breakup or a divorce, you had to deal with the division of certain assets. You are going to be rewarded through something that will be showing up for you through government sources and government channels. I'm showing for some of you, you could be approved around this time for Section 8. You may be approved for food stamps. If you have been applying for a government-related job, you could be approved for that. Some of you, if you are affiliated with the government, maybe the government pays you because you are an independent contractor or you do some other type of work connected to the government, I'm shown that more money is headed your way. You are entering a phase where you are easily going to find financial stability and also being able not only to achieve financial stability, but also to be able to put some money aside. Whoever owes you money, it does feel that they are getting ready to pay you what they owe you. If anyone owes you a favor, it does feel that you are going to use this favor now. There is a shift in your circumstances. I'm talking about a shift in circumstances that right now feel difficult for you to deal with, or maybe emotionally they feel difficult for you having to go through this. Where you are headed in life, it feels that everything could be possible. Anything and everything that needs to happen in your life so that your life gets upgraded to the next best level. For those of you who are intuitive, if you are looking into spiritual development or even personal development courses, it feels that the right person, the right teacher, the right mentor will show up for you. During this time, you may now understand that something that you have believed in the past no longer serves you right. It's no longer true to your circumstances. This could be your personal beliefs, religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, political beliefs. What you believed maybe your higher purpose was, now that is shifting and changing. Above it all, pile 1, rose quartz, it's very important that you do not lose faith. There is a higher purpose for you out there. As your life is getting better, your emotional life, your financial life, your love life, and also there's going to be improvements into the living circumstances. Okay, for some of you, you may be going through a huge upgrade of your living quarters, your home, or even moving into a brand new home for some of you. Keep the faith going because several times you are going to be tested. Okay, um, so trust that the best is yet to come. And with that, whether you are looking for change or not, you can hide under a rock and change will find you. What is meant to happen for your highest good, it will find you. I hope that this is making sense to you. I am now going to open a few tarot cards. And the first card that showed up for you is the High Priestess, the World, and this is the Three of Pentacles. High Priestess, this speaks mostly to those of you who are looking to develop your intuition. For those of you who are interested in graduating from a course, taking a class, a workshop, anything that you may be signing up for, you will be passing that with flying colors. Okay, so getting a license, could be a driver's license, the right to teach. So you are going to move ahead into the next level of whatever job you have, the next level of whatever career you choose to have. For those of you who have a spirituality based business, it does feel that you are now getting more followers, more teachers, you're teaching more. You could be actually a teacher, a mentor, or a guru yourself. So for some reason, a business that you have is expanding. And this is also true for those of you who happen to have a different kind of business, or maybe you are self-employed. The World, you are about to face certain controversies, conflicts of interest, conflict of ideas. This is only temporary because the world as you know it is about to change. You yourself, you are changing. Your physical appearance, your health is improving. You are about to get many compliments about the way you dress, the way you look. So suddenly the old world as you know it is shifting and changing to something better. You may suddenly find yourself in a new circumstance, in a new situation, surrounded by new friends, new social circles. And it does feel that around this time, you are about to achieve some success that is very well deserved. You worked for it, and now it's giving results. You are entering a phase when you are finally reaping the worlds. Three of Pentacles, the way how this is being described to me, it does feel that you may have to have a very important conversation about money. Okay, you may be talking about it in your family, relatives, through your work provider. You may have to consult certain financial experts when it comes to money and investments. So, if you are thinking of spending a lot of money to buy a property or to buy something luxurious, so it's very important that around this time you consult financial specialist. If you are buying a car, make sure that you are consulting with more than one person, maybe talking to a car mechanic who specializes in teaching you or showing you exactly what to purchase for the money that you have. You may want to reconsider any big investments around this time, because it does feel that small investments are going to be more beneficial for you in the long run. And also, I'm shown that some money, property, or something that has an emotional value for you may be passed on to you around this time, particularly for those of you who have lost a loved one. Okay, so maybe one of their personal belongings that has a special meaning to you may be given to you. The next set of cards is Passion Ignited. Give me 1 second. Okay, Awareness, Passion Ignited. Okay, and Harmony. For those of you who are single, it does feel that something will ignite a fire in you. You may decide to go back to some old hobby or embrace a new hobby, but mostly this card speaks to me about awakening of sexual desires, particularly for those of you whose maybe your sexual life has been stale. Some of you could be entering some sort of a relationship around this time. This could be, for some of you, a relationship with somebody that maybe was an acquaintance, or maybe you know this person from far. There is a chance that for some of you, this relationship that some of you are entering could be with somebody who lives at a distance. Maybe they don't live necessarily very far away, but there is like a considerable physical distance between the two of you. So it could be a long drive, or even out of the country for some of you. You could be entering, for those of you who have an existing relationship, you may be entering a phase where love feels stable. Okay, so some of you are thinking of proposing to your loved one, or you may be thinking maybe you want to be proposed to, because for some of you, there's going to be, you may be going into a very successful date that will lead to a relationship. If you already have a relationship, this may be leading to a proposal of marriage. It does feel that one of your highest spiritual guides is showing up in this reading to illuminate your path, to guide you. And for some of you, I'm told that this person that is showing up for some of you could be a father-like figure, a father figure. So this will sound true, especially to those of you who have lost a father. Maybe your father is no longer alive in this planet, but is very active on the other side, trying to help you and to show up for you. For some of you, you may be getting messages from your father in your dreams, but it may also be like a father-like figure, maybe a grandfather or an uncle, but messages from a father who has crossed over are being shown to me. This father figure, for some reason, is trying to connect to you intuitively. You may be intuitive yourself. Around this time, you may notice that your intuitive sense, your gut feeling, in other words, is increasing. You are more aware. Through this father like figure, I get the message that they are encouraging you to write your feelings, maybe keeping a journal or diary. For some of you who have been thinking of publishing, working on a book, this father figure will help you on the other side to finish the book, to guide you to the right people that are going to help you to publish this book. There is a message that you have, pile one. This could be channeled messages that you need to write down and get them published. For some of you, it could be a novel Some of you are working on a screenplay, on a playwright, or some sort of a small TV show. I am shown that through this father-like figure on the other side, they are also trying to communicate to you with certain colors. I am shown the color red and blue, and they may be trying to communicate to you through birds. This could be through videos, maybe you notice birds, movies, maybe nature, certain particular birds get your attention. They are also talking about the purifying purple flames. Okay? Purifying purple flames, these are not dangerous flames. They enter your energy fields, your body, your aura to cleanse away what has been toxic for your body, what has been toxic thoughts in your mind or toxic feelings, and to re energize you, to bring you from the 3D to the 5D dimension. This entire year will be very successful for many of you, as you are going to be able to overcome obstacles that maybe before you didn't know how to handle it. And it does feel like a very successful year for those of you who would like to advance in your career, to be published, to gain more attention on social media, but also to deal successfully with some circumstance involving traveling, international traveling, or immigration related issues. The next set of cards, you have friendship, new love, and union. So it's kind of reinforcing what I said in previous cards. So for some of you, maybe you have not met the one yet. It could be the circumstance that suddenly you find yourself among new acquaintances, developing new friendships, and through this new friendship, it could lead that you may be introduced to a new love. For some of you, it could be a friendship-based relationship. When you meet as friends at first, you develop a friendship, and then you fall in love. So for some of you, for some reason, the month of December 2024 is mostly highlighted for that. But because this is a timeless reading, you may not necessarily want to put a year to that. So September seems to be important. Something will be passed on to you. When this person proposes to you, for some reason I get the sense that they may be proposing to you with a ring, or they may be gifting to you something that is a heirloom. So maybe they have a ring that has been passed on in the family, and when they propose to you, they're going to give you that ring that belongs to the family. If you are a guy watching this, you may be thinking of proposing to someone, and it could be that ring that has been passed on to you so that you can give it to your future wife. Someone will be very generous with you. They may be giving to you gifts of cash, taking you around, traveling with you, paying for expenses, buying you jewelry. They may be showering you either with attention or gifts, and it may be this new person in your life. And then the last card is a beautiful card to end this reading. This is the legal official union, the two rings together, the melting of two bodies. Okay, it's not only about opening up your sexual chakras, the sacred sexual union, but this is a very harmonious, and I am told to go here and to bring these two cards together. This is a harmonious union, whether this is a new relationship, a marriage that you may be entering. But generally speaking, it does feel that even for those of you who have some sort of an existing relationship, this time around for you is going to be like all nothing. And it may be the case that you may end up having everything. So you are destined to have better luck in love and marriage if you haven't got that already. So everything that you have been going through in life, in relationships, it does feel that your reward is going to be luck in your love, having a very successful marriage. But you got to believe that. You got to put this desire, this feeling. How would you like this marriage, this partner to make you feel, and stay with that feeling? So there is something that you also have to do to emanate that. Just be your authentic self, and the right person will show up for you. I hope that this is making sense to you, Pile 1. You can always email me for a reading at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit my website www.amalightworker.com. Do leave me a comment down here below. I am always curious to hear from you. So thank you very much, Pile 1. If you happen to also be drawn to another pile, listen to that reading as well. Bye for now. Greetings, pile 2. You have chosen the green pendulum. This is your special edition of Postcards from Heaven. I will be opening with the Akashic Records messages, and then I will open a few tarot cards. Remember, these messages are timeless messages. Even though I am doing this reading in February 2024, for some of you, many of these messages may sound true months or even after a year or so. You can always reach out to me for a private reading at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit my website www.amalightworker.com. And please do not hesitate to leave me a comment down here below. I'm always curious to hear how you guys relate to these messages. So, postcard from heaven. Let's start with the Akashic Records messages. Pile 2. Where you are headed in life, covering work, finances, love, and health. You have to understand that many of you need to overcome your hesitation. You may need to overcome your inner struggles and maybe even to deal with your fears, having to address exactly what is keeping you locked. You have to get out of your comfort zone. And I understand, pile 2, that if you are also happen to be drawn to another pile, you may want to listen to that one pile as well. This year, 2024 in particular, is going to push you out of your comfort zone. You may have to deal with new circumstances, new situations that maybe you are not very comfortable. But you may discover your strength. You may discover that maybe you're not as shy as you thought you were. Maybe you are not an introvert, because nobody is 100% an extrovert or 100% an introvert. So many of you are going to discover that, hey, you can be a social butterfly. This particular year, especially, and what's coming immediately for you, there's going to be a lot of communication, lots of messages, important news, communications through work, through family and relatives. For those of you who have been waiting to hear some sort of a news, maybe you're waiting for something important, an important news or an important piece of information is finally getting to you. If you had some communication issues with somebody, maybe there was an estrangement, maybe you don't talk anymore, or you simply don't know how to communicate, particularly if it is a relative, a family member, or a child, it feels that after a period of silence, now all the roads of communication will be open. Some of you may have to deal with banks, the banking system, cashiers, tellers, banking online. You may have to address some important circumstances involving bank, transferring money, receiving money, wiring a money. So it's all about banks, loans, and you may also have to deal with some form of social security check for some of you. Changes that are related to your paycheck, the way how you get paid. Maybe now there's a different way of how you're getting paid. They are also talking about 401k, your eventual pension when you get old enough to have a pension. So there's going to be a lot of focus on money, cash flow, and financial activities. you are going to be testing things out. For some of you, you may be testing certain foods. Do you cut them off? Do you add certain foods? Some of you may be testing out different medications. Maybe you have to adjust the dosage of it. Okay, so you have to go through a trial and error, see what is better for you in terms of the dosage. And around this time, you may be receiving news that you don't have to be on a certain medication anymore, or maybe you take supplements and maybe you don't have to be on certain supplements anymore. If you are somebody who has been looking for the proper guidance to guide you in terms of your health, whether you need a doctor, a dentist, a nurse, a doctor that specializes in something more special, a specialist of some sort, nutrition, dietitians, or even people that can give you physical therapy, chiropractor, or even just somebody to teach you how to exercise, like a personal trainer. So it feels like all of these people that you may need, maybe you don't need all of them at one time, but you may need some sort of an expert to guide you, particularly in terms of health. You are going to very easily attract the right person to help you through this journey. Some of you may have to address some issues around hormonal changes and hormonal balance or imbalance around this time. You may also have to deal with issues around digestion, large intestine, small intestine. For some of you, it's going to be around your teeth, connected to your teeth. But again, it feels like you're going to be lucky enough, you're going to address many of these issues in the right time. So you may be catching something early on so it doesn't become a problem. There's going to be a significant breakthrough, particularly for those of you who have been dealing with a legal circumstance, legal paperwork, applications, courts, trials, maybe stuff that has to deal with an inheritance or a settlement of an estate. So it feels like tremendous amount of luck to find either the right lawyer, attorney to represent you, or just luck in general, having to deal with a legal and the justice system. You may want to also focus a little bit on understanding yourself better, because for many of you, if you feel stuck, okay, may not necessarily be that the circumstance is difficult, there's nothing you can do about it. Around this time, you may want to focus on what is it in your power to do to change or to make better, because some of you, for some reason, you feel a little bit stuck in the past. Either you are still hanging on to old emotions, an old grudge, old ideas, but the world is changing. So whatever old thing, old energy you may be holding on to may not necessarily be healthy, okay, in the way how your life is evolving right now. So notice everything is evolving and you need to evolve with it. For those of you that in some ways you are still holding on to this old idea of love, an old relationship, it does feel that you're going to heal properly from it. You're going to be able to have the closure that you need and be able to move past it. Because I'm sensing for a lot of you, you have been suffering a little bit in silence, but now it feels that you're going to be healing through love. It could be through relationships, friendships, one-to-one interpersonal relationships that it's going to be like the medicine for your soul. And for some of you, it could be that your loved ones heal you. Maybe you meet someone new. Maybe you already have someone special. So you need a lot of love and tending care right now. You need to be gentle with yourself, but better positive people are entering your life. So notice how for some reason either people are moving away, they're being transferred, you may be moving. So little by little, you may find yourself having new friends, new clubs you belong to, new social circles, and it's going to feel like it is through these new people that they are going to bring you better luck in life. Okay, so you are bound to have more useful and lucky people for you coming very soon in your life. If there was anything going on with family, affecting the family, it feels like now there's going to be a certain stability in the family that you have created. For some of you, you may have to address some fertility issues. So for some of you, a family is still in the stars for you. And there is this blessing coming to you from a mother or a mother-like figure. Okay, I'm getting the sense that for some reason you feel it, you know it, you don't have to necessarily feel the need that I mentioned that it's a mother or a mother like figure, because for some of you, I'm getting very strongly the sense of a mother on the other side, always with you side by side, trying to get your attention. But for some of you, this may also be a mother-like figure, or a grandmother that for some reason she also feels like a teacher. So maybe to you, she always guided you like a teacher. She gave good advice or good counsel. But maybe for some of you, her profession, she was by profession a teacher of some sorts. So they are talking about, or at least this mother-like figure, it's talking about this huge sense of forgiveness, where you may need to forgive yourself. Some of you may need to forgive the circumstance. Okay, and for those of you who maybe you didn't have such a healthy relationship with your mother when she was alive, I'm getting the sense here that there is something karmic happening here. Okay, where your mother or all the parties involved are released from this old karma. Parents don't always get it right. That's the message that I'm getting. You may be a parent yourself. Maybe for some of you, this is about you being a parent, but this is what life is all about. At the end, love prevails. You don't have to know all of the answers now. This is what I'm getting. But whatever circumstance may be that feels difficult, it will be resolved and you are going to be able to move past it. I'm also getting a strong sense that for some of you, this mother-like figure or a grandmother that is showing up in this reading for you to give you messages from beyond, she either had an extreme teeth-related issue, because they're pointing at the teeth, or she may be, maybe when she was alive, she worked as a dentist assistant, or in a dental office. So she was surrounded by dentists. So she had some sort of a job related to dentistry. I hope that this is making sense to you guys. I'm always curious to hear from you, so don't hesitate to leave me a message down here below. And I'm now going to open a few. I'm going to open the cards that were assigned for this reading for you. Okay, Ace of Wands, Temperance. Okay, and King of Wands. So it doesn't matter whether the cards are in order or not, because I read the messages intuitively. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This may be you. This could be someone that you may be dealing with right now. They seem to hold a position of power, either at work. They seem to have some sort of a power over you, maybe emotional power. But it does feel that for some reason, now you have their seal of approval. The news that you have been waiting for gets through. So it could be through the workplace that they could be granting to you more rights, a raise. They may be putting you in charge. It could be that in a family-related situation, maybe the responsibility falls in you and you have to be the one organizing the family, organizing the events. having to deal with lawyers or doctors. You may even have to help other family members that are ailing for some reason right now, or maybe having to deal with people that you are responsible to in the family, like your children, for those of you who have children. If you are going through some sort of a power struggles, it does feel that now there's going to be a balance instead of always feeling like pull and push, pull and push. And that may sound true for some of you in a love related sense, or in a marriage related sense. You are finally getting back the power. This is an important breakthrough. Either this is the news, the good news that you wanted, an important breakthrough. So it's going to feel like God is intervening to resolve this issue for you. More specifically, I mean, it could be any issue that you are dealing with, but more specifically, for some of you, it could be in connection to an inheritance, a land, a home, or a legal case. And I'm also shown through this card, it's not necessarily related to marriage, but for some reason, it feels like a success related to a marriage. So finally, you get married if you're looking to get married, or your marriage overcomes some obstacles and you are still together. So this is like success in a marriage. The other card is temperance. Okay, God answering to your wishes and prayers through you and for you, being surrounded by angels that are helping you in this journey, whether you are able to sense them, be aware of them, or not. There is this divine timing in everything that you are going to be doing. Yes, you are testing things out. Maybe you had to go through a huge test, okay, in a marriage, in life, with your health, but now it feels like you are bouncing back from it and everything is going to be balanced in your daily life, in your daily routine, your health, your emotions, especially because some of you have been going through ups and downs emotionally. Maybe for some of you it felt like a roller coaster that you are going to. So you are going to have the opportunity here to test things out and to figure out what best works for you, whether it's a relationship, in a financial related sense, in a business. Some of you may be looking to expand a business that you have, or maybe looking to expand the career that you have. But I'm also getting the sense that some of you who have a tendency to exaggerate a little bit with addictions or bad habits, you may want to pay attention to that. So being a workaholic is an addiction on itself. It's a good thing, okay, but it's an addiction on its own. So in everything that you are doing, try not to overdo it. If you are on a diet, don't overdo it. If you are exercising, don't overdo it. If you are out there partying and having fun, try not to overdo it, because there could be a tendency for many of you to do that. So whatever you are doing, try not to overdo it. The next card that showed up for me, it's very for you to me is very interesting because it's about chakras. The base chakra, okay, the solar plexus chakra, and then it's suffering in silence, okay. Your base chakra. So some of you may have to address some issues around hips, discomfort in joints, lower back. So you may truly have to address what emotions have been lacked in your cellular memory, in your muscle memory. Because it feels that you are given this huge opportunity that even if you are not aware of it, it could be that karma intervenes. Your aura is about to shift and to change, and your chakras will be recalibrated, rebalanced once again. And for some of you, it could be connected to your solar plexus chakra, problems with your stomach, maybe having a big belly. For some of you, self-confidence matters. So it's all about doing some sort of a healing meditation, okay, between the base chakra, which is red, and the solar plexus chakra, which is yellow, and connecting these two. All you have to do is imagine this ball of light, or this sparkle of light jumping from the base chakra on the base of your spine to your solar plexus chakra around your, and this is connected to your belly button, your belly, and your diaphragm. So imagine this ball of light easily bouncing back between these two chakras, especially creating an infinity sign, which is very similar to the number 8. So if you do happen to have specific medical issues around your base chakra or your solar plexus chakra, it feels that for some of you there's going to be an easy treatment about it. So you're finding out the root cause, there's an easy treatment. So some of you may not have to necessarily go through a surgery. If you happen to have surgery around this time, it's going to be giving to you the results that you are hoping for to get. But above all, don't fear. Don't fear the change that is coming your way, because long term is going to make your life so much better. And suffering in silence, even though when you look at the card, like, it doesn't necessarily feel positive. I am getting a very positive feeling around it, because it feels that for some of you there's a need to just sit in silence with your thoughts, maybe to meditate. Particularly pile 2, you need to pay attention to the lunar movements, because you may need to pay attention how the new moon of each month is affecting you and how the full moon of each month is affecting you. For some reason, this karmic cycle that you are going through is going to be connected to lunar movements. And if it happens to be an eclipse of some sort, pay attention to what is happening in your life, how you feel, especially around a lunar eclipse, because these are eclipses that are going to shift and turn around your life for the better. Some of you may want to take some time out, maybe because you are doing too much. Okay, there's going to be a need for you to just focus on yourself, think, relax, meditate. But you're not alone. You have a lot of energetic support, angel support, and spirit by your side. So you have divine help. The next set of cards is courting man, family, short term. So as I said, it doesn't matter um, which comes first and which come second, the order of it. So for some of you, you can be a man interested in courting somebody, or you are somebody who is just starting to date. Very soon you may start to date, and for some reason I keep hearing that the month of August seems to be important in connection to dating, your romantic life, your love life, and to your sex life. For some of you, you may not necessarily be looking for anything long term. It could be that you have fun with this courting man in this relationship short term. It could be everything that you want to have, but it doesn't necessarily feel that it's going to be a big heartbreak. Okay, sometimes it is through short term relationships that you get the most out of it. And I'm also getting the sense that some of you may be dating somebody who has a family already. Okay. And for others, I keep getting the sense if you are in an established relationship or married already, you may be going through a phase of dating your spouse again. There's going to be a need to go out on date nights. Excuse me. And this could be a small little family that you get to create, that is your own family. If you already have this small little family, the family is going to be going through some very good happy times together, because I notice a lot of adventures, visiting places like national parks, uh, games, waterfalls, skiing, ice skating, so having a good time with family. Some of you around this time, you may be blessed with either a daughter or a grand daughter. So I hope that this is making sense to you, pile 2. You can always write down here below any comments. I'm always curious to see how you connect to these messages. Come back to this reading from time to time. It may sound true even after a while, because it is a timeless reading. And if you need to have a personal private reading with me, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com, or go to my website, www amalightworker.com, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Greetings, pile 3. You have chosen the crystal clear quartz pendulum. Welcome to this special reading called Postcard from Heaven. I will be covering finances, health, love, relationships, career for the near future. What is next in your life? And it could be that maybe a loved one who has crossed over may show up in this reading for you as well. I will be opening with an Akashic Records reading first, and then I will open a few tarot cards that were chosen for you. Remember, these are general readings. If you like to have a private personal reading with me, email me at amalightworker@gmail.com or go to my website www.amalightworker.com. Do leave me a comment down here below. I'm always curious to hear from you. And remember, this is a timeless reading. Even though I'm doing this reading in February 2024, this reading may sound true to you months after this reading, or maybe even next year. It is a timeless reading, as I said. So, pile number 3, Akashic Records messages. You are blessed, and you are going to feel this blessing coming to you in different ways. Some of you are going to have luck in winning tiny little prizes, a contest that you enter, like winning free gifts. So, it may not necessarily be that these are expensive gifts that you are winning or large amounts of money, but it is something small that it will signify to you that your luck is shifting and changing for the better. Some of you need to pay attention to where is it that you are walking. You may be finding pennies. You may be finding lucky items. Okay? I'm even getting the sense of some of you even finding photographs. I don't know what that means, so do leave me a comment below. And it does feel that some of you are going to have something that you call lucky, that you may be wearing all the time. This could be jewelry. This could be your lucky shirt. Maybe you have lucky colors. But for some reason, it feels that you are amplifying this luck, because when you believe that you are lucky, the universe has no choice but to respond by giving to you what you feel internally. If you feel lucky, the universe will give you lucky situations. There's a lot of emotional turmoil that you may be experiencing internally, and that's going to be shifting and turning around for the better, but it's going to get worse before it gets better. Some of you around this time, it could be around February, March, April, May 2024, that you either have to give an important test examination, you have to give an important presentation. So you may be dealing with people who have the power to promote you, people who have the power to give you a license, people who have power to hire you, and you are going to be lucky enough to be in front of these people who have the power, so to speak, to make you or break you. You could be very successfully auditioning around this time, entering a contests, and being successful at it. You may be in for some sort of a competition around this time. If you are dealing with a conflict of some sort, it could be inner conflict, it could be conflict with other people, legal conflict, or just like a personal type of conflict. I'm getting the sense that August, September, 2024 particularly are going to be important months for new developments to turn the situation around for the better or in your favor. But I'm getting the sense that everything that's going on throughout the year is going to culminate in something wonderful that is happening in your life around December, so the end of the year. You are going to be rewarded financially. So many of you seem to be very smart with money, or you hire someone who is very smart with money and they may be showing you the ropes, because this year you're going to have better luck with your finances. Some of you are going to find themselves questioning your relationship to God or to the sacred. What is my higher purpose? You could be in some sort of a soul searching journey or a spiritual journey. Many of you could be learning how to communicate with spirit guides. Okay, if you do already communicate with your spirit guides, maybe you're going to learn how to communicate better. I'm seeing that some of you are going to be taking an interest in numerology. You may be getting your numerology done, you may be learning how to do numerology, feng shui, astrology. Some of you are just going to decide to turn your life around, and you may be looking for outer solutions that maybe you haven't tried before, but you're like, let me try this one too. You know, it was suggested to me by a friend or a coworker or an acquaintance. So it feels like, particularly if you are dealing with new situations, new things that you may decide to try, they're going to bring you luck. I see some of you this year having a big, large social life, having fun. You're going to be going to family gatherings, events, even luxury type of events, big events, when you are going to be having a lot of fun. For some of you, you are going to be the center of these events. These events could be around you, could be your birthday, anniversary. Maybe you give a successful presentation at work. You may be increasing your social media presence, and something that you post or publish may be getting a lot of media or social media coverage. So for some reason, either people are going to gravitate toward you, making you the center of attention, or the situation itself puts you at the center of attention. So, in some ways, you are going to be celebrated this year for what you are becoming, what you are achieving. So, for a success that may be happening in your life. So, stop questioning everything, pile three. Stop analyzing everything. Not everything is logical. You need to get out of your mind more and be in your heart center more. And the best way for you to deal that, particularly if you know yourself to be overanalyzing, overthinking, to get out and to be more in touch with nature. Just go in nature, enjoy nature more. And especially swimming, for some of you, walking among trees, hiking. So try the also some sort of a sport that maybe you never played before. You just have to try everything once. That's all you need, because it's going to help you also so much to get out of your routine. Because for some of you, maybe you could be going through a phase where life feels boring and you need to do things differently, not to get stuck in the same old routine, but also to get you out of your comfort zone. This is a great year for you to also work on your self esteem. Many of you have a very great self esteem, but sometimes you may question your abilities, how to use them. So some of you need to substitute. What are you looking for? Is there an emotional need that you are substituting with sugar or carbs or spending money? You have to figure out, what do you need internally? What is your soul food, in other words? Okay? And it doesn't mean that something is wrong in your life. You get to have everything, but sometimes there is that feeling that something is missing. So it is your job to figure out what is it. Okay, do you need a hobby? Do you need to have a child? Do you need a better relationship? Do you need to have a spiritual, to develop a spiritual side? What is sacred to you to fulfill that thing that you think that is missing? Other than that, there is plenty of joy and occasions to celebrate and party. I'm shown especially a lot of images of you being by the seaside, by water, on a boat, or maybe in a place where there's a lot of boats going by. So it feels like you are experiencing the better side of life. Somebody may be taking you out. You don't have to necessarily break the bank. I'm also getting the sense that it could be that people who have money may fall in your lap, and then maybe this could be good people, good friends, and then maybe taking you around for luxury experiences. Okay, so your luck is in attracting generous people. Okay, and you may also be attracting people who are generous with their love and attention toward you, but you need to be more open to receive. Some of you have a problem giving and receiving because you have been hurt before, you have been burned before, and this year you get to open up your heart to give and to receive in a balanced way. There's going to be more money coming your way, especially through the work that you have. So it's earned money. Okay, earned money, but you may be getting a bonus that comes out of nowhere or a raise that comes out of nowhere. So there's money coming your way. It could be that if you have shared finances with somebody, with a business partner, a spouse, maybe they get some sort of an increase or they get lucky with money. So this way, both of you benefit. If you are having problems with the household where you live, okay, you're going to have enough money to fix, repair, or to remodel anything that you need to remodel, whether you need to upgrade or to downgrade. So your home will feel more homey, particularly for those of you who seem to have some sort of a problem with the home or even with noisy neighbors, or maybe you just live in a busy street. If you have children who are a little bit grown up, you may be receiving good news about they will get accepted into a special program, special school, to a university of their choice. So there's going to be good news in connection to their education. So you are encouraged, in other words, that to apply and to put yourself out there, particularly in anything that is connected to an audition of some sorts. And you are also going to find yourself in a powerful position when you don't only get to help yourself, but you also get to help groups of people. You may be part of some sort of an organization or society that helps other people, animals, nature. So for some reason, you may find yourself more involved in what can you do to help other people right now? What can you do to help nature? What can you do to help planet? So if you have never been an activist before, you may decide to take a stand this time around. You may be donating money to a cause that you believe in. You may be donating money to somebody who may be suffering financially. So all the good that you are going to be doing, it will return to you. And this is not the time for you to, on purpose, go out there and hurt somebody, because it feels like whatever you're going to be doing, karma will reward you in tenfold. So you have to be very careful here. Stay away from negative people, negative thoughts. And yeah, we are all human, right? We all make mistakes. It's okay. Okay, you are always going to be given more than one opportunity to fix errors in judgment, to fix a relationship or a communication problem. So you may be testing different things to see if they work, like different situations, products, services. You may be trying different things in your daily routine to see what gives you more results. So you are going to be given plenty of chances and opportunities to figure out what works best for you. Pay attention not to carry too many heavy weights. If you work out at a gym and you are into weightlifting, you may want to pay attention to that, because this year, particularly, many of you will have a tendency to to have back problems. Okay, so, and problems with your calves, problems with your legs. So please pay attention, be careful, particularly with your back. I have opened a few cards, and these are the messages that did show up for you. Allow me to remind you that if you are also drawn to another pile, okay, go and listen to that reading as well. There could be messages in there that you may relate to. So the Hierophant. Uh, it also represents the Pope, God showing up in this reading for you to answer to your prayers. God has listened, and is trying to answer to your prayers through you. Okay, for you, or through you, God is answering to other people's prayers. It also means that if you are dealing with institutions of importance, like financial institutions, government institutions, or other institution of importance, you may be rewarded through them. For some reason it feels that some of you, it's going, when you get baptized and there is this sense of this huge blessing over in your life, it's going to feel, regardless of your religion or your personal beliefs, it's going to feel like some huge energy is entering. You're going to be able to feel it. It's like you're going to sense it in the air, that something is shifting and changing around for the better. People are going to feel very comfortable around you. You may be getting the feeling, or from time to time, you're going to be hearing, oh my God, I feel so good talking to you. If you have been a negative person, suddenly you are able to see the other side of the coin. Okay, but generally speaking, you feel more positive, and as a result, you're going to be attracting more positive people and more positive situations in your life. This is a huge blessing. It means all good things emotionally happening to you, God intervening to bring something happy in your life, more joy, or to bring something out of nowhere that it feels like a blessing. So, a circumstance that you may be facing, it will end up good, even though at first it may not necessarily feel that way. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, rising sign, sun sign, or moon sign. This may also be you if you are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You may be dealing with this King of Pentacles. Some money is being put aside for you. Either somebody is thinking in advance for you, they may be making some sort of financial plan to cover you as well for the older age. This may be your partner doing that. This could be at work. They may have some sort of a plan, a retirement plan for one case in order that is going to help you financially eventually. For some of you, this money is available to you right away. If you do work with clients, you are now attracting clients who have a lot of money to spend. If you are self-employed, you are now bringing in big, important clients, okay? Big spenders. They are spending money in your services or in your business that you have. If you are looking, if you are applied either on your behalf or on behalf of the company that you work for some sort of a loan or a grant coming to you from government or non-government affiliated organizations, you may be getting that money, that loan, or that approval. Okay, your destiny is shifting and changing for the better. Okay, for some of you, and I got a similar message for other signs as well. It's like new people are entering your life. You may not necessarily be friends with the friends that you had before, because you are now opening yourself up to new acquaintances, new online friendships. Some of you could be online dating, even. So it could be around this time that relationships that you have with women in your life could be mothers, grandmothers, sisters, co-workers, girlfriends, okay, relationships with women for some reason are getting better. You are going to feel empowered. So if you had problems with women in your life, okay, now you are attracting toward you women who are more benevolent, more positive. So you're going to be finding your people, your tribe. It almost feels like you are creating this circle, okay, coming together to help one another. Material harvest, okay. There's going to be a lot of networking events. You are encouraged to network, because you may not see the results of it just yet right away, but as a result of networking, it could lead to you finding the home that you desire to have, getting the loan through acquaintances, landing the job that you desire to have. So it's going to lead to you having material harvest. Everything that you are working for is going to reward you. So if you do put in the work now, it's going to reward you. You're not going to be in a circumstance where you feel that you are working and you are not getting paid enough for what you are doing. So some of you around this time, you may set out to create your own company. So it's like some of you are separating yourself either from a job that doesn't work anymore for you, you're landing a new better job, you're working for a new different company, or you may be setting out of your own, okay, to set up your own company. So in the long run, it's going to be successful financially. But put in the work now. Don't just quit without having a plan. Figure out the plan step by step, and then go and launch what you need to launch, whether it's a website, a new job, a new career, a business. So go through the proper steps. The next card that you have is fertility. So for some of you, it is success in fertility treatments, news of a child, you getting pregnant, your spouse getting pregnant. But for some of you, it could be also giving birth to new ideas. For those of you who like to create, you are creative by nature. You may be an artist. Something that you are going to be creating, and for some of you, could be that business that you are creating is going to be very successful. So some of you could be creating like a piece of art, a book, whatever this is, that is going to give you money, because you are going to learn how to make money on the talents that you have. Maybe you paint, but you don't know how to advertise for it so that you can make money. So you could be making money through hobbies that you have. So there is this sense of you empowering yourself, empowering others. There's a blessing coming to you in the form of money, more money, finances, money being passed down to you as well. And anything new that you may decide to create, or anything new that happens in your life, is going to bring you a great deal of luck, especially financially. So the next set of cards: obstacles, communication, gifts. You're going to be able to overcome obstacles. Okay, so as I mentioned before, most of these obstacles are going to be emotional, but for some of you, there could be the case that you may be dealing with difficult people. Okay, you're going to be able to leave these negative people, negative circumstances behind you. Where there was a problem communicating, you are now going to be given access to new information that maybe wasn't available to you before, new and useful information. If there was some sort of miscommunication, or maybe there was an estrangement of some sort with someone in your life, now there's going to be better communication. Maybe you have a child and sometimes, they don't talk to you. There's going to be better communication. Some of you are going to be replacing something old with something new, an old phone with a new phone, old technology with new technology, an old computer with a new computer, an old laptop for a new laptop. So for some of you, this could be that one lucky thing that you do, because it's going to facilitate your life, it's going to facilitate communication. You don't have to necessarily deal with technical difficulties or technological related difficulties. You may learn how to navigate through new technology. Maybe you're not technological per se, but you may end up purchasing something that is very easy for you to use, and it facilitates your daily life and the way how you communicate. So you may be getting closer to people. There's going to be more phone calls. You may not necessarily be physically closer together, but you're going to be together in spirit, and you are attracting toward yourself lots of gifts. People are going to be emotionally generous with you, financially generous with you, or showering you with gifts. So at the end, these blessings, this could also be emotional blessings. So, having a good time, joy, overcoming your uh, inner difficulties. That's where your blessings are. Blessings feel like a gift. I'm even shown a baby shower for some of you. You could be thrown a baby shower because you are pregnant, or you may be attending a baby shower in the near future. So that is what I'm shown for pile 3. Thank you very much. Again, do leave me a comment down here below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you need to contact me, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com if you'd like to book a service with me, or visit my website www.amalightworker.com. And I am being reminded that for pile 1 and pile 2, there was a message that showed up from a loved one who crossed over. And I'm now shown, before I disconnect because I was about to close, but I was reminded that there is someone here that needs to speak to you. It is being shown to me as a sibling. For some of you, this could be a sister. For some of you, this could be a brother. I'm shown this general energy of a sibling, that for some of you, it was connected. There was something significant happening with a car accident. Okay, so for some of you, this sibling lost their life in a car accident. For other ones, maybe in your memories, there was something significant happening with the car accident. May not be the one where they lost their life. Maybe they died in a different way. So that's the sign. Okay, and I'm getting the sense that this sibling is telling you that it's time for you to move forward. I'm getting the sense that they need to tell you and to reassure you that they are now fine. They have found peace on the other side. And it's now time for you to find peace and to move forward in your life. Time has come. Enough time has been going by, and a certain amount of healing has been taking place. Of course, there's always going to be that space where you miss your sibling, but they want you to move on, and they are going to be showing up in your life to kind of guide you, give you pointers, to give you blessings, and to let you know that they are fine. Okay? And the sign for you is they're showing me a white dove. That could be a sign, symbolic sign, that the sibling is trying to communicate with you. You may see this white dove in nature. You may see pictures of a white dove. You may see a movie or a video clip of white doves. So notice the symbolism of white dove. You may also want to look it up, the symbolism of white dove. And that is such a beautiful message to leave you with. Okay, so thank you once again, and I will reconnect with all of you in the next video. Bye for now.